Leandria Dolores Johnson's story begins in Palatka, Florida, where she was born on January 23, 1983. Her father was a preacher, and her earliest memories are steeped in the sounds of church music. By the age of 2, Leandria was already singing, in her father's congregation, displaying a natural talent. She taught herself to play and lead music, eventually becoming the praise and worship leader at HQ Ministries in Altamonte Springs. Life was not easy for Leandria. She became a single mother to 3 children and endured 2 divorces, all before her career had even taken off. At one point, she found herself homeless, struggling to provide for her family and searching for stability. Despite these hardships, she continued to lead worship and nurture her gift for music. In 2013, Leandria married Forrest Walker, and her family grew to 5 children. That same year, she founded a ministry in Atlanta called Imperfect, People Changing, known as IPC Ministries. Her approach as a pastor was anything but conventional. She believed in meeting people where they were, even if it meant handing out cigarettes and condoms in neighborhoods that mainstream churches ignored. This sparked controversy and challenged traditional notions of ministry, but Leandria stood firm in her belief that faith should be accessible to everyone, regardless of their circumstances. Leandria's life changed dramatically in 2010 when she auditioned for BET's Sunday Best, a nationally televised gospel singing competition. At the time, she had lost her home to foreclosure and had nowhere to live. She showed up to audition in gym socks and flip-flops, not the kind of appearance that usually impresses judges, and she nearly didn't make it through. But when she sang, "This is the day the Lord hath made," the audience and judges were moved to a standing ovation. The power and emotion in her voice trumped her outward appearance, and she soon became a favorite among viewers. Over 2 million people voted for her, and she went on to win the season. Her victory on Sunday Best was a turning point. The song she performed for her coronation, "I Shall Leap Into My Destiny," which she co-wrote with her brother Terrence, soared to the top of the Billboard gospel charts. This success led to her debut EP, The Awakening of Leandria Johnson, in 2011, which entered the U.S. Billboard Gospel Albums at number 1 and made a strong showing on the independent albums and overall Billboard 200 charts. The following year, she released The Evolution of Leandria Johnson and a deluxe edition combining her first 2 projects, both of which maintained high rankings and critical acclaim. Leandria's talent was recognized with a Grammy Award in 2012 for Best Gospel Contemporary Christian Music Performance for her song Jesus. She became the first Sunday Best contestant to win a Grammy, and she was also nominated for an NAACP Image Award. Her career continued to flourish with appearances on the reality TV show Preachers of Atlanta, where her unconventional ministry style was showcased to a wider audience. Her discography includes albums like Christmas Best and Bigger Than Me, and her music has reached millions, with more than 96 million YouTube views and over 120,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. Financially, she has seen her net worth grow to an estimated $2 million. Behind the public success, Leandria's private life was marked by struggle. Homelessness was one of the greatest challenges she faced. In 2010, when she auditioned for Sunday Best, she was not only a single mother but also reeling from losing her home. The foreclosure left her without a place to stay, and she had to rely on the support of friends and family to afford the trip to New Orleans for the audition. This period was emotionally taxing. The stress of providing for her children and the uncertainty of not having a home weighed heavily on her. Yet, her perseverance and the help of her community allowed her to seize the opportunity that would launch her career. Homelessness for Leandria was more than just a lack of shelter. It brought emotional and psychological burdens. As a mother, she worried about her children's well-being and stability. To perform on a national stage while carrying this weight took immense strength. Leandria managed to channel her pain and hardship into her performances, imbuing her music with a depth of emotion that resonated with audiences and judges alike. Her victory and subsequent success were not just personal triumphs, but also reminders of the broader issues facing single parents and those affected by economic instability. Tragedy struck Leandria's family in 2011, just as she was reaching new heights in her career. Her brother was killed in Orlando, a devastating blow that came just days before a benefit concert she was set to headline. The concert, titled Up from the Ashes, was meant to celebrate her journey from hardship to success, but instead, it took on a new, more somber meaning. Andria demonstrated incredible resilience by rescheduling and eventually performing the concert, channeling her grief into her music and ministry. The pain of loss did not end there. In 2016, another brother, Gregory A. Johnson, passed away at the age of 32. Gregory was a talented musician and a devoted father, much like Andria herself. His death, though less publicized, deeply affected her. By then, Andria had established her ministry and was appearing on reality TV, but the loss of another sibling brought fresh waves of grief. These experiences of loss shaped her music and her approach to ministry, making her work resonate even more with those who have experienced similar pain. Andria's journey was also marked by her battle with alcoholism. In 2015, a live stream on Periscope showed her drinking tequila, which stirred controversy within the gospel community. She was open about her struggles, and in 2018, another live stream in which she appeared intoxicated led to even greater scrutiny. She was removed from the lineup of the prestigious Essence Festival, a significant setback for her career. In 2019, Andria appeared on the show Fix My Life with life coach Iyanla Vanzant, where she openly discussed her addiction and admitted to drinking daily, which had even led to a 30-day jail sentence. Despite her efforts to recover, Andria faced relapse. In 2024, she was arrested in Greenville, South Carolina, for public intoxication and an open container violation after a disturbance at a bar. This incident, widely reported in the media, was a painful reminder of the difficulties of maintaining sobriety, especially under the public eye. Through all these ups and downs, she continued to share her story, using her ministry to reach others who struggled with addiction and mental health challenges. Andria's openness extended to her mental health struggles. During her time on Sunday Best, she spoke candidly to her mentor, Kim Burrell, about having chosen death over life at one point, a clear reference to suicidal thoughts. The pressures of homelessness, single parenthood, and performing on a national stage contributed to her mental health crisis. Rather than hiding her pain, Andria chose to be vulnerable, both on the show and in her life afterwards. She selected songs that reflected her experiences, using music as a way to process and share her emotions. Through her honesty, she helped to break down the stigma around mental health in the gospel and faith-based communities. Admitting to suicidal thoughts and ongoing mental health challenges was not without consequences. Some in the gospel community criticized her for her openness and for behaviors they saw as incompatible with her role as a pastor and gospel singer. Nevertheless, her willingness to be authentic inspired many of her fans, especially those who faced their own struggles with depression, addiction, or loss. Andria also faced public and industry backlash for her candor and unconventional style. In 2018, she delivered a passionate rant criticizing the church and the unrealistic standards placed on pastors and gospel artists. She felt misunderstood by colleagues and unsupported after her public struggles. During her 2019 appearance on Now I Fix My Life, she even expressed a desire to leave gospel music altogether, revealing how exhausting and isolating the pressures of her career could be. Despite criticism and setbacks, Andria Johnson's resilience has made her a beacon of hope for many. She has turned her pain into purpose, using her music and ministry to help others who feel broken or lost. Her legacy is one of authenticity, compassion, and unwavering faith in the possibility of redemption. Andria's story is proof that, even in the darkest times, it is possible to find light and inspiration, and that faith and talent, when combined with honesty and resilience, can pave the way to a brighter future.